All right, and it is officially 9:26 p.m. Eastern Time down here in beautiful gray skied, cold. Well, not cold because it's never cold in Florida, but we'll say a little chilly over here. All right, and yeah, tonight's the night where I officially introduce formally one of the co-hosts that will be part of this podcast channel more often in the future. All right. There should be a total of around four co-hosts that will be helping me along the way. But for now, we're gonna stick to like maybe like one or two at maximum, if I can even say that, because one of the other co-hosts is kind of AWOL. So yeah, Kiko, if you're out there hearing this, bro, I can't wait to get started with you. But yeah, quick roll call to all the beautiful people in the live chat area. All right, we got Bomb, my favorite bombs are two. We got Jules in that house. What's going on, Jules? What's going on? We got My Life, we got Dead Twist, and of course, I know as soon as more people will start chiming in, I will roll call you in. And of course, as always, in advance, give you all that red carpet treatment. All right, and yeah, I find this interesting, so I'm gonna put it up here. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I mean, I don't think I have to introduce myself, but let's do it anyways, just for the heck of it. All right. What up? What to do? It's your boy JDQ. All right. And of course, tonight is a very special night. I already kind of mentioned what's going to be happening. I'm not going to say who is a special guest, but yeah, for sure. We have a special guest tonight. And like I said, like a few minutes ago, he is going to form part of one of the co hosts of this channel. I'm extremely excited to bring him on here. I sent him the link already. And as soon as he's good to go on this side, like on the actual like streaming side, I'll like present him to you guys and all that good stuff. And we're gonna have a good time, man. We're gonna have a great time. Obviously, this is not like the primary channel where we focus on predator catching, interviews, and streams and all that good stuff, which is great. It's always exciting world to be in. But on the secondary channel, we focus more on like music, mostly Christian music, faith, conspiracy theories, and all that good stuff. So yeah, you guys are gonna have a good time. The special guest is only gonna be here for a limited amount of time. He can't be on here for too long. But for whatever amount that he is gonna be on, I do highly appreciate it. It does mean the world to me. The fact that he even was able to set out time to be on here tonight means the world to me. And yeah, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So if you can, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people in the live chat area, if y'all can just mosey on that link to this channel to your family, to your friends, your neighbors, your baby mamas, your mamas, your grandmamas, all right, your pets, children, or whoever you deem necessary to kind of like invite on this stream and this channel tonight. I will highly appreciate that. If we could get this channel past the 1,000 subscriber mark within like a month or two, that'll be fantastic. That'll be great. Um, and yeah, if not, it's not a big deal, but it just helps. It just helps get us motivated to keep using this channel and all that good stuff. Yeah. I mean, we still got it. We still got it. All it is just a change of perspective and change of topics. When it comes to like music and the faith and other topics, I'm a lot more loose. Or like talking about it. And let me know in the live stream area, the live chat, if the audio is good. All right, if the audio is good on the other end. Just let me know, because on my end, it's showing me that it's going smoothly or whatever. But I honestly I can't tell. So if y'all could let me know, that I'll appreciate it. That way we know how to adjust the settings and the audio and all that good stuff. Um, Let me just double check with our guest tonight. He should be able to good to go. Be able to be good to go. Uh, all right. Jenny T says, sounds great, sounds fantastic, sounds amazing. Not really. She just said it sounds great. But I appreciate that, Jenny T. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. So before I bring this person on here, I want to say this man is a truly inspiration to my soul. You know, he's a great man of God. He's a tremendous piano player. He's gonna say that he's not, but I've seen him in person. So he's one of the greatest piano players that I know. Obviously, I don't want to sound redundant, but yeah, in person. And you know, he's a great preacher, a great pastor, a great father, a great brother. Oops, I spilled the beans, man. Yeah, I just told you who's on here tonight. It's my big brother David. All right, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, bro? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you just great, and I see you're watching the NBA without me, so that's cool. That's cool to know. That's what's up.
Yeah, I kind of put it in the background to see if we could watch it.
Yeah, we could. Hey, we could talk
If
about
we,
the game while we're talking. That's fine by me, man.
yeah, but
Matter
I
of
mean,
fact,
I just put it for a good background. I mean, it's Boston against New York, first game of the year. Yesterday it was Warriors Lakers. Warriors won that game, so
yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I mean, I didn't see
good,
the game, but I saw the final score, and I was like happy. So I was like, all right, that's cool.
good,
Real
good game.
quick, you going for New York in that game? Are you?
On this game, yeah, man, your boy D Rose. You know, he's playing with New York, and
Yeah,
last year he was playing good, and then this year hopefully he'll have a good year. So in this
yeah. No,
game, in this game, I'm going for New York.
I mean, like I've seen some highlights because you know how now I'm working at Planet Fitness, so they have like obviously they got ESPN and all that stuff on the TVs, and I seen the highlights of Derrick Rose. And I was like, yeah, man, that's good to see him like back on not at 1,000% like he once was back when
Yeah,
like we first like started watching him or whatever in his
yep.
glory days in Chicago.
It's him right there. You saw
Yeah.
him?
He's got long hair now. I mean,
Yeah.
not yeah.
Let me see. I think he's probably gonna come out again. I think
At some point.
at some point in the commercial.
Never
No,
mind. It's too late.
no,
But he was
too
at the
late.
very beginning of that commercial.
This is like a 2 second part, and then that was it.
It was like a 3 second part, like our uncle in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like he
yeah.
just did a nod and that's it.
It's like
Um,
you gotta hit rewind to see him again. You
there
gotta
he
hit
is. There he
rewind.
is. Oh man, you
Missed
missed it
him,
by a
missed
frame.
him, missed him.
Anyways, man. Hey, so I kind of sort of formally introduced you.
Yeah.
But if you want to add anything to like who you are, I don't know if you want to add something about like the ministry side of things, you can go ahead and do that.
Nah, man. I think you always give me more props than I deserve. You say he's one of the greatest piano players that I know, and then I'll probably tell you you only know one. I guess
Nah, bro. Look,
you only know one. So if I would have to like summarize what I me is just I like seeing people grow. So I like seeing people grow. So in the spiritual walk is through ministry. On a professional side, right, is through like leadership, growth. In relationships is watching my girls grow. In marriage is watching myself grow like as a couple. With family, brothers, sisters, being a son, it's just watching the family grow. And I think if I would have to like summarize everything, it would be I just like seeing people grow. So I think that's how I could summarize it.
yeah, I think that's something that you and me kind of have in common. You like seeing people grow,
Yeah.
obviously as like as individuals, whether it be like the spiritual side, professional side, family side, right?
Hmm.
And me, I'm the type of person that I like building people up. You know, I like putting what's the word I'm looking for? Like I guess motivation like into people and saying like, hey, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could do it, you definitely could do it, you know?
Right. Right.
So we have that similar way of thinking. Yeah. So you are a father of two. you are a pastor, you are a musician, you are a preacher, you are a teacher. There's so many sides to you, bro, that I know it's gonna be awesome to like once we get this channel like actually rolling and get the podcast side of things like active and just kind of like have like a set schedule. I know you're gonna add so much value to this channel, bro, and that's kind of like why I wanted you so bad to be a part of this because it's you and me. We have deep conversations every now and then.
Yeah.
And so, I think it would be great for everybody else to be a part of that, Obviously, we can't force those conversations, but they just, for you and me, it just happens. So the fact that we have people like around listening to what we got to say and you have a lot to like bring to the table. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So, real quick, because I don't want to keep you here for too long. Can you talk a little bit about, and I don't want to treat this like an interview because it's not, but I just want, because I kind of like talked about in the past episodes on this channel, how like I was introduced to like Christian rap and all that. Can you give your side of like how it was to grow up in our household and the whole music environment, how Pops used to be a singer, he had his own little thing going on. You got introduced to music at an early age, vice versa, me, and then even Dalian, her sister. Yeah, go ahead, talk about that, bro.
Yeah. So like the other day I was talking to Pops and I was talking to him and I'm like, do you remember what kind of music you used to play like when we were babies at the house? Cause I'm trying to figure out how like the girls like right now like my two daughters they like music they like to listen to music that I like listening to. So like when we were small, it was like whatever he would play in the house, whether it be like Elvis or whether it be any of these like bands, like 50s bands, Frank Sinatra or Elvis or all of these Christian singers at that time, right? Like in the 80s, Michael W. Smith, all of these bands, it influenced me like indirectly. So then when we got a little bit bigger, it used to be like, man, what are you listening to? And then we used to have like the Walkman, so we used to like want to listen to something else because we would be like, yo, that's so whack. I don't want to listen to whatever you're listening to.
Right.
Because what I'm listening to right now, this is like cool. But then when the time passes by and now I'm by myself in the car, I'm listening to whatever Pops used to be playing when we were small. So when I look at the girls, sometimes I'm like, man, I wonder if they're gonna be influenced from what I'm listening to now. I wonder if they're gonna do to me what I did to mom and pops, be like, yo, that's whack, and then go back and and listen to that. So I guess that's how it all starts, right? Everything starts with like the family foundation. Um, my wife, she's always like joking around, right? Somebody said the Walkman, yeah. My wife is always joking around because she'll be like, I don't get you. Like one moment you could be listening to like 50s, type music, whether it be the Rat Pack, the Temptations. Then you jump to, something like more like now. And then you go back to the 80s and then you jump to the 90s and then you put opera on. Then you go to like lo-fi instrumentals. So
Nice.
I think we've been blessed in having the ability to just listen to music and appreciate it for what it is. So I think that's kind of how it got started. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, it's funny because I want to say like a few years back, wow, like almost like a decade back actually. You remember when we went to that concert of I mean, I know most people here won't know who they are because it's like a Hispanic like worship like I guess musicians or ministers of the music.
Yeah.
But it was Claudina Brin, Peregrino y Extranjero, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how on God's earth, all right, some of those songs, I knew them word for word, bro. And I was like, yo, that was stuck in like the back of my mind all these years. Because
Right.
mind you, before that concert, it's not like I was like listening to like their albums, like, oh, this is amazing. No, you know, it's just stuff that I heard or we heard when we were younger that
Yeah.
I guess subconsciously just stuck there on the brain. And once I heard just like a note of one of those songs, I was like, I was singing word for word. You know what I'm saying? Like every single song. I was like, how do I know this? Even I don't know who it was, but I think it was mom or I don't know who it was. They were like, how do you know these songs like so well?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. It was back of my brain or whatever. Like,
This is like in there. Um, I mean, and I'm hoping that's what happens, you know, to the girls. Like here in the house, like, um, hey, if like people like are writing, I'm not like I'm seeing like one season, two seasons. I don't know if like you're bringing them up,
yeah,
but
yeah, yep,
but I can't really like see like all of them. Like somebody I'm just seeing right now, varieties, the spice of life, and like that's like so true. When you are blessed to be able to like just like get yourself into like all of these types of music, you just grow as a person in so many areas, and that's what I'm trying to do with them, right? So I'm trying to get them to be able to appreciate everything, especially '90s music, right?
yeah.
So
The golden era for us.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's our golden era, right? So hopefully, you know, when they grow up, they'll be able to look back and be like, "Hey, that's music." Cause like you know, like we have an uncle for everybody that's listening. So
We're gonna get to that in a minute. We're gonna get
yeah.
to that in a minute.
Cause I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
gonna say like that uncle, he's always saying, you know, this ain't music, this is trash. Like our music, that was music, you know.
yeah,
And we used to always get mad when he used to say that. But now that's like, you know, like you and me talk about this all the time. But
yeah. Yep.
some of the music that's coming out right now, we consider it, yo, this is garbage, you know,
This is
like
straight up. You.
what we had, that was really good, right? So
But to our defense though, to our
yeah,
defense, okay, and this is not to be that guy, all right, but
yeah,
literally some of the people coming out nowadays, I want to say from like 2, 3 years ago up until now, there was literally like mumble rap, okay,
right, right,
mumble. That's literally the way that genre is called, and
right.
it's not so dominant nowadays. Like it's still dominant, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
like with the new wave, the new generation.
Right.
But when it first came out, bro, you could literally like the R guy would say, literally, you
Mm-hmm.
cannot understand a
What they
word
were,
they were saying. It's not
yeah,
that they were like rapping fast or like talking fast or singing fast. No, you could. So it's like to our defense. I mean, it's not that we're calling that music specifically garbage just to call it garbage. And this is no offense to any like artist that's doing that type of music at all.
right,
I'm
right.
just saying
Or to
and
anybody
compare.
that likes that type of
Yeah, yeah,
music,
yeah. No,
if
and
that person exists.
I got mad respect for the artists who take that route because it's still music. You still need the ability, you still need the talent, you still need the gift.
Yeah.
But you know
Like
you
at
yeah
the end of the day, is an art form, and they're being able to express themselves via that art form, right? So
exactly
the way that I see it is like whatever art you're sharing from, you know, the deepest part of your heart, it should be given value to people, right? So if I can't understand what you're saying and like you can't even understand what you're saying, then I really don't know what value you're giving out there. And so it's kind of hard for me to like receive any value from what you're giving. So yeah, like you say, like we appreciate it. It's art. I just I guess we all have our favorites, right? Or least favorites.
oh man, which brings me because this is kind of like I guess I'll use this as a rope or chain to kind of like connect it to like the next topic,
Mm.
which is formerly like the actual main topic of the channel in a way of like looking at it as a whole or whatever. But
What is it?
so okay, like when I first started this channel, and it was supposed to be like Kiko and me. The main point, not the whole point, but the main point was to kind of like compare like music genres, mainly like Christian like rap
Hmm.
versus like secular rap, and just kind of like you know not necessarily like put them against each other, but kind of like evaluate. You know what I'm saying? How much am I getting like from listening to this versus like this other thing, and
Yeah.
just kind of like honestly and genuinely like analyzing like lyrics. The purpose behind those lyrics. What do those lyrics like motivate me to do?
Right.
Do they add value to my life in any way, shape, or form, etc. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, now that I mentioned that, right, brings me to the topic that connects it. So, back when you and me were growing up in West Palm Beach, right,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we got introduced to for the first time, right, uh, what we would call the legend, like nowadays, right? It's kind of like the daddy of them all for like Christian rap in Spanish, right? Back in Theo Levy's house, Bico C, right?
Yeah.
And I've already shared some of his content like on the past episodes on this channel or whatever. But tell me, because we only got about 2 minutes before you got to go. But tell me, unless you want to stay for longer, that's totally up to you. You let me know, and I'll reset the watch. But
Yeah.
tell me, like, what was it like? Because in our time, that music was taboo. Like Christian rap back in
Mm-hmm.
those days was like a no-no. It was like, what are you doing? That's not really of God. That's gonna
Yeah.
mess you up. Blah blah blah. What was
Yeah.
your personal experience on like, I don't know. Tell me like how it was like growing up in that time.
Yeah. So the first time that I got introduced to that artist was actually like when like we were still in Puerto Rico. So when we were still in Puerto Rico, it was like 91, 92. He was like the main, like the biggest like rapper like out there in like Spanish like rap hip hop. So that's why everybody here, secular or non-secular, he's like the one. He's like the one that started it all. He's the one that made it international. But those lyrics, like when I was still over here in Puerto Rico, well, it wasn't really clean. It was like dirty lyrics. And then he went through, personal experience. He found the Lord, and then some years passed. We were over there in West Palm, and he came out with that CD, and it was like Christian, like rap, Christian hip hop, and then like there were some other people that like in English I had listened to, but you wouldn't really qualify them as rappers. It's just people that tried like rapping, like Carmen. If I mention Carmen, like I'm pretty sure some people are gonna like remember him, but like in Spanish, it was like Pico C. So when he came out with that album, it actually felt so 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 good because it was somebody that the world used to admire and respect, and then that person, he's now like on this side of the house and saying, like I tried everything in the world, and I just know and I could say that only Jesus could really like change your life. So at that moment, it felt really, really good. It was just hard to be able to appreciate it within the church because in a lot of churches, it used to be looked at that's like worldly music. That's not really like church music. They're just imitating the world. Like, don't listen to that. So I'm grateful. I think we're grateful that at our house, they're like our parents were cool with it, right? They saw it as a way of keeping us within the word, even though maybe they didn't like the rhythm or the beat or the tempo or the clothes that he used to wear, but it was like I rather have them listening to this than listening to whatever is out there. So I think that's kind of how I feel. I think you got a video there. Are you gonna show like part of the video?
Yeah, just a few seconds. That way, the people can get kind of like an idea of like what was considered like taboo in those days. Like, because
Yeah.
I mean, David explained it perfectly well, but I mean,
Oh man.
listen, man.
He just turned like 50 the other day, and I was like, I can't believe he turned 50, and he could still do it like nobody else
Yeah,
could
man.
do it. Like the people that are here, like all of our secular artists here in Puerto Rico, they all still admire him. Like if you hear the like Daddy Yankees, Bad Bunnies, Nicky Jams of the world. Like all of these people, they still look up to him. Like if he's the one, he's the one. You know, like nobody has the respect that he has. So
Is it,
that's why when he crossed to this side, it was like, man, so cool. It was like it was cool being Christian, you know, and I could listen to this and I could feel good about
proud?
myself, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And that's the same way I feel every time I put like that album on
Yeah.
specifically. Because mind you, I want to say like he's a hit maker when it comes to like albums and all that. It's hard to like say like an album that like bombed or whatever.
Hmm.
Most of them were like back to back like hits. But that one specifically, I que había muerto.
Yeah.
The lyrics, bro, the lyrics. Just that small
Man.
3 second piece that I played
Yeah.
is gold. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, like
On
the
each song, like
yeah.
on each song. And here and I don't know if maybe we'll talk about this like in the future, like on another topic. And I think it would be cool, you know, the people that are on like right now, maybe they could kind of share like ideas that they might have
Oh, definitely.
that would be cool that we could all talk about like as a community, right? Not just
True.
like you and me, just like everybody in the chat, like
Put me on the spot, eh?
kind of like be like part of the conversation, right? And next time I'll try to, you know, like I don't know, have an iPad or something so I just see the comments that people
Yeah, for sure, man.
are writing. But this is how I see it. Like there's different reasons why you listen to music, right? So if I go to the gym to like work out, I kind of want something to like pump me up while I'm there, keep me kind of like focused and engaged to the exercise. Um, so this is and again we could talk about this maybe later on another topic,
Right,
but the lyrics should be important. The lyrics should be important, and if if the beat sounds cool, then that's cool, right?
right,
But it should always come down to the lyrics. So it's like some like Christian rappers or Christian artists that are this. I mean, this is not a now thing. This is an always kind of thing.
right,
So the product that they're putting out there, most of the time, it's just like it's cool music to bop your head to,
right.
and it'll have some like catchy things that is kind of like cool to save them, you know, or like a catchy hook, a catchy chorus, and that's cool. There's nothing bad with that, you know, about that. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, you know, most of the songs should have some type of message like on there. Should have some type of like inspiration, correction at times, you know,
Right.
words of encouragement, words of faith, words of joy. And then sometimes I get a little bit worried that we're just trying to sound like really, really cool and say catchy things. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there's a video that just came out. I don't know
Oh,
if you've seen this video. I'm not gonna mention the name.
okay.
Maybe we could talk about this video on another topic. But the video, man, the video was clever. It dropped. I think it was this week. Have you seen that video? I'm not gonna mention the name of the person, but
I,
if the video was really really clever. I don't know if people want to know the name of the artist, like they get asked, but the video was really really clever from the beginning to the end. Yo, man, they had like crazy good ideas for the video. When you listen to the lyrics of the song, you really can't understand like what's the
hmm.
message. Like what am I taking away from the song? You know, is it a song that I'm gonna say? You know, the video is tight. 'Cause if that was the mission, if that was the objective, then they did it. You know, they man, thumbs up. You know, they got me to say, yo, that video was really 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 tight.
I have an idea of maybe which video you're talking about
Yeah,
because there was one that was like circulating like these past few days, like really hard.
yeah.
So, but I'm not gonna like mention it either, just to kind of, I guess, keep the suspense. And
Yeah,
then,
I guess we'll keep the suspense, and if people want to know, they could ask, and then maybe we'll do another video and we talk about this, you know, next episode or next week. But really, really dope concept. But again, um, what's the idea? Like what are we trying to do?
Hmm.
At the end of the day, there should be purpose behind what we're doing. If their idea was, create a song that people could listen to, at the gym or at a house party, and let's have a good time. I guess they did that with that song and with a song that they had came out with like before. Um, but if 10 of your songs is that, we really got to be careful with, because I think we might be losing sight of what's really the mission and what's really important. So, yep,
So, I mean, before you go, because not to like kick you out or nothing like that, but just
yeah,
I'm trying to keep that in mind. But so, oh man, how do I say this? So everybody has their own personal opinion, own personal taste, right?
yeah,
And everybody is accustomed to like liking what they like, all right?
right,
But I've said it once in the past on one of the last episodes or whatever. I know it sounds crazy, but there's got to be a way. We have to be able to like find a way to formulate some type of like gauge or something to where like, all right, this is the way we're going to like evaluate these songs and these genres or whatever. Because while it is true that everybody's own opinion is everybody's own opinion and
hmm,
everybody's own taste is their own taste, that's true, and that will always remain true. At the end of the day, there's got to be a way to evaluate songs and their music genres, and to kind of like really figure out what type of like life value is it adding to you. You know what I mean? Because
hmm,
there's music out there that if you're someone who's like depressed and like sad and like you're like dark and there's music out there that feeds that type of like mentality and feeling, right?
right,
So,
right.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really doing anything for you. If anything, it's setting you back even more because it's like keeping you in that type of mentality instead of like bringing you out to the light, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I think that's like an excellent point that you're making. We should be able to put everything into perspective and like category, right? So whenever you're in a church, there's specific songs that need to be played because it's part of the moment. It's part of the objective of what you are doing inside a church service. So when it comes to like different genres and different styles and different songs, like each one should be like within a specific category, so we shouldn't like judge them all the same and use the same metrics for all of them, because at the end of the day, like you said, I mean, there's different reasons why I'm gonna hit play on a song. So if I'm at the gym, if I'm gonna run, I'm probably gonna put a type of song. If I'm gonna have my devotional time with the Lord and pray, I'm gonna play a specific song. So most likely the song that I'm gonna use to like have my quiet time to pray or read the Bible, it's not gonna be the same one that I'm gonna be using, when
To work
having a
out.
to work out or having like a party, with the youth group at my house, So yeah, I think it's one of these things that maybe we should talk about it um, at a deeper level.
Oh, of course,
So
yeah.
because
I
it's
mean,
something I think if people look at it through those lens, that through that perspective, though, I think most of the people will get it. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, because and not to extend this more than it should or whatever, but I mean, I know people like I know people on Instagram, Facebook that they're into a very dark lifestyle
Hmm.
altogether. Like in general, like I'm talking about and no, this is no offense to that person or this type of person, but um, they're into like this dark like satanic type of like music, right?
Yeah.
And but then you're always talking to them or like messaging them and they're like depressed, they're sad, and they're like in a lonely place or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you go like watch like their stories or whatever, and it's like this like dark, what I'm saying, depressing or really just high strung like satanic type like music. I'm like, oh, like Well, what do you expect? How do you expect to like feel if you're like feeding that same type of like spirit, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
And I mean, I just want to help people like find music that will help them like in every way, shape, or form, like spiritually, mentally, uh, whatever you want to call it. And I think throughout time, through these different episodes and like podcasts and all that, little by little, we'll find a way to kind of like, you know, like I said earlier, find like some type of gauge or way of evaluating to where like, all right, so this song, yeah, it's instead of like feeding your soul, it's actually like destroying it. So you know, we don't recommend it or whatever
yeah,
because of this, this, and this, and then vice versa. This we would highly recommend because it is kind of like contributing to like you know like a happier, motivational, inspirational lifestyle or way of thinking or way of talking. You know,
yeah,
speaking life into yourself.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
No, I mean, like, awesome, awesome point. Like, at the end of the day, like you said, like you're feeding it. So it's like seeds that you're like planting, and that's what's gonna grow. I mean, if you're listening to music that talks about being lonely, about hating other people, about being mad at the world, that is what's gonna grow inside of you, and that's what you're gonna produce. You know,
yeah,
those are the fruits that you are gonna be given, right? So
exactly.
if you go backwards and you say, you know, I'm gonna plant seeds of, you know, joy, happiness,
Hmm.
peace, you know,
Hmm.
I think that's what's gonna grow, and you know, that's what people's gonna see, and that's why people are gonna come to you and they're like, yo, I want to have what you have. How do you have that joy, that peace? In these times that we're living in, that the world is just crazy, and people don't
Hmm.
know what to do with their lives. People
Hmm.
need people that have fruits of peace, of joy, of patience. Like we need that. The world needs that. So yeah, hopefully it'll happen. We could keep going at it.
Yeah, yeah. But we'll figure out a schedule at some point, man. But
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
I won't keep you any longer. I know you got stuff to do and all that. So I mean, once again, it's up to you. If you say, nah, I could be on for another 5 minutes, that's fine. But if you feel that you have to go, I'll completely understand. That's fine
yeah.
by
Like
me.
so. So for next episodes, right? We could plan it ahead this week. We're getting ready. Like we have like a conference on
Oh, that's
Saturday,
right. That's right. Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and we're still like trying to like do the testing. And big shout out to my wife.
Yes,
Uh,
please.
she
You could plug
she
all the way through.
yeah,
Through.
she's basically doing everything that has to do with the conference. And
Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up her.
but she's telling me not to move. She's saying that I'm moving too much on the chair.
I mean,
So basically, we're getting ready for that conference. It's a conference on growth, right? On like it's based on the John Maxwell 15 laws of growth. We're both part of the John Maxwell team, and we're basically gonna be sharing that content with people where we live at here in Puerto Rico, and it's gonna be online. It's gonna be in Spanish. So if anybody's interested for the English version, I think we're probably gonna do that like later on,
nice.
maybe next year. But like I said in the beginning, we just love seeing people grow, and when it's in ministry, it's through church, but in you know in the community through different ways. You know, we just love seeing people grow in their finances, grow in their professional, in their education. Just we love seeing people grow. So keep us in your prayers, so that goes good on Saturday, and that we could do this project that I know that's it's been on your head for a while.
Yeah, man, it's been in my heart for like the longest time. And you know what? Sometimes we're so caught up with like wanting to do things so perfectly, so organized, so
Yeah,
strategic. You know, no, I'm not going to start until this happens or until
yeah,
we get this down to the T. But I'm like, yo, sometimes that be happening so often that I'm like, yo, let's just get this started, man. Like, let's just start and we'll figure things as we go. Obviously, we're not going to go completely like haywire here and be like, all right, I'm not going to use a
yeah.
microphone or whatever.
So I was talking with somebody this like last couple of days on about God code. I was like, yo, my brother in some things he's always like ahead of the game, and he's like a visionary, and he sees things like when I didn't see things, like when when you used to say, yo, this YouTube, this Facebook, this is like the future, like people are gonna be getting on this, people are gonna be watching this, you're gonna be able to get yourself like all across the world. I was like, man, ain't nobody got time for that, you know. Uh, so, but then like
Yeah.
what, 10, 6 years later, and then so anybody out there that's still in the chat, ask JDQ at one of these episodes to play snippets from God Code, and you guys are gonna laugh so much, so much. So it's one of those things. It's one of those things that projects that I'm pretty sure that if you are able to bring it back, it's gonna be a blessing to the world. People are gonna laugh, and we'll be able to have so much fun with it while giving good value to people um, that people need it. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, and we are gonna bring that back. You know, I was talking to Pops about that, and you know, I told him I never really wanted to like let go of that channel and like let go of that content,
Yeah.
but like once I moved, it just became like a
Harder,
lot
man.
more difficult to like keep track of everything and like get the show rolling or whatever, because it was like made up of various people, and you know,
Yeah.
but we will definitely get back to that because yeah, I am gonna show like a small snippet of it, and I'm sure everybody's gonna laugh, but in a good way, like in a positive way.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely get back to that at some point, man, in the future.
Yeah,
But yeah, man.
you can show them that one guy that got pulled out of the church for playing on his phone. All right, man. Hey, I'm gonna let you guys go. Love you. God bless. God bless everyone, and hopefully see you guys soon.
Awesome, awesome, bro. Hey, God bless. Love you, man. Thanks for being on here. And you are officially a co-host to this channel. So you're not a special guest, like, and that's it. You're like one of the co-hosts of the channel. So
Awesome.
I will have you back here at some point, whatever, whether it be next week, next month, whenever we decide to like schedule like the next episode.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that to happen, bro. Appreciate that.
Let's do it, bro. Love you guys.
All right, bro. Peace.
Bye.
All right, so that was my brother. That was my big brother, David, and Anthony L in the chat saying JDQ Ray is calling you. However, I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at different parts of like Instagram and messages and my phone. I do not see anything. Um, and obviously it would be weird to call him like right now while being live or whatever. But I do let him know that I don't see anything, and that I do apologize if he was calling and I didn't see the call or it didn't like notify me or whatever. I generally do apologize about that. So yeah, and they is in your DM request. Is that it? All right, hold on. Let me check because I honestly don't see anything unless let me see. But why would he be hidden? Uh, yeah, I don't see him. Not even in the request. It's weird. That's weird. I don't know. I don't know why I don't see them. Not even like in the request area. But um, not a big deal. There's a reason though. There's a reason why I'm doing this stream like on the secondary channel. I listen. I don't mind starting from scratch again. I've had to do that for the most part of my life is start from scratch, and it is what it is. It's part of life, having to rebuild and just kind of like build stronger and build smarter the second time around. So this second channel, while it is going to take some time to build up and obviously build up the community and all that good stuff. It's going to be well worth the wait because I mean that was only like a few minutes with my brother, and and if that few minutes with my brother was of any value to you, then it's worth it. And I do believe there was a lot of value within the few minutes that my brother and me were talking. So that being the case, you know, this channel will be moving forward. I am going to try my best to kind of like, you know, slide some of the people from the main channel to this one. And obviously, I don't really care about numbers. However, I do want to kind of like see like a healthy grow in the community. Meaning, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want people who really want to be here to like be here. So, you know, if you're on the other main channel, and I don't know, for whatever reason, you don't like my voice or my face or whatever, or like how I talk, how I communicate, whatever, that's fine. That's completely fine. And, you know, you don't have to be on this side. However, if you do find, I don't know, like my personality, you know, worth a watch, or like the way I talk or express myself, or, you know, the content that I'm going to be providing on this side, then I highly, highly, highly suggest and recommend that you come on over to this side. You know, it's going to be a lot cleaner, a lot more edifying, a lot more. It'll be like pretty much like feeding your soul, basically. All right. And I mean, y'all know I keep things as PG 13 as possible, right? So on this channel, even more so. So if in the main channel I keep it clean and, you know, wholesome and all that, then, you know, even more so on this channel, because this is quote unquote technically like a Christ-centered channel. I guess you could call it that. So, you know, that being the case, we have to kind of like watch ourselves because Jesus be watching a little closer. anyways, I am going to show you guys the clip that my brother was talking about. And, you know, I'll be here on here for a while, just to chat it up with you guys and all that good stuff and share some different content that we've had in the past. So while I do that, while I look up the video that I'm going to share or whatever, I want you guys to like comment in the live chat area, right? And let me know what you thought about the conversation that my brother and me just had. You know, was it edifying to you? Like, did you find it helpful in any way, shape, or form? Did you find it interesting? You know, I want and need some feedback because, you know, it's what helps the episodes like grow, and like fix things that need to be fixed. You know what I mean? So hold on. This is Webisode 3. So if y'all can kindly comment that in the live chat area, I'll appreciate it. It will mean the world to me if y'all do that. Man, this is weird. I would have thought that, I mean, I guess it's been a while. Let me see if I can filter how to search this because, yeah. All right, here we go. So we're going to put, I'm going to put this one. And I know some of y'all like already seen like some of the videos because I've shared some of them in the past. But yeah, I'm gonna say that yeah. I mean, every episode has, you know, like a comedic effect to it. Cause yeah, I was trying to be like funny with the content, but at the same time, like I wanted it to be like educational at the same time. So God Code, like the channel, is basically kind of like an insider look to someone who like for someone who isn't a Christian. It gives the person like a chance to like look inside of like, you know, how things like operate in the church or operate like in the faith and all that good stuff. And you know, we use some humor, so it's kind of like easy to digest. But overall, you know, it's good educational stuff. So if I can find it, dear God, or you know what? Hold on, I think there's another way of me doing it. I'm over here killing not killing myself, but you know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Where on God's earth is this? Maybe if I look over here. Man, this is terrible. Oh wait, okay. I might have an idea. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I might have an idea. I think it might take me a little longer to like find the video that I'm looking for now because yeah, like I said, it's been a while and I've had to move so much stuff around and like save videos under a different name and put them under like different folders and blah blah blah. So that kind of like makes things like a lot more difficult to like find. So y'all gonna have to excuse me for like a few seconds while I find it. Because yeah, apparently looking for it like through the actual name or whatever, it's not gonna work. So, well, you know what? Maybe if I look for like the last one, usually that's the one that everybody like goes to. Yeah, I get so mad because it used to be so easy to find like the channel and the videos, but obviously like when you don't keep up with a channel and you don't keep like consistency and putting out content or whatever, like it just gets drowned in the thousands and thousands of like videos. It's terrible, man. And I can't just go. It's like a pain right now to like find that channel or that video. And the thing is, nah, I can't even find it over here either. Um, oh, come on, man. And by the way, if y'all like typing something, I can't see anything. Let me see. Uh, yeah, for sure. Appreciate that. Oh, my sister's actually in the chat. What's up, Dalian? Uh, yep, that is true. Yo, my bad, y'all. I know I'm taking forever to find this, but I promise you, like once I find it, it's gonna be completely worth it. Every time I bring something on here, like sharing content or whatever, it's always worth it. So I can promise you, or at the very least, give some type of guarantee that you'll at the very least enjoy it somewhat. Oh man, this is terrible. Like that content is so drowned so deep into all these other crappy videos that, and no offense to the other like content creators, man, but dear God, like it should be as simple as typing in the name of the video and like that's it. But no, that's not the case. Oh, okay. Um, man, yo, this is terrible. This is terrible, terrible, terrible. Upload. There we go. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on. All right. So I'm gonna put. I think it's. I think it's Webisode 3. Yeah. Yeah. It is. All right. All right. All right. So here we go, y'all. All right. Mind you, this was what year? 2015. This is like before I came over here to the States again. All right. So enjoy this clip from God Code episode 3. And yeah, my brother actually said a very true thing. And he said that I was like ahead of the time back when I was working on the show. And I put like a lot of, well, we put a lot of effort into it. And it was awesome to like do this. And yeah, my sister's gonna remember this. So we're gonna start this from the very, very back. All right. And your boy was in charge of the editing and, you know, putting the music together and, you know, the whole script or whatever. My sister was really good at like directing things and like putting things like where they should be so it looks better on camera. And she was kind of like the I guess like executive, like not executive. She was like the director, I guess, in a way. So all right, enjoy this. There goes your boy. There goes JDQ, just being distracted by his mobile device instead of paying attention to the message of the Lord. He was playing Angry Birds on the phone instead of listening to the word of God at the Lord's house. Take him away, brothers. Take him away. And then what this says is the distraction off of like a mobile application could cause the deviation of a blessing. So, in case you were wondering. All right. And let the show begin. Yo valorizo demasiado lo que estás hecho por mí. Tú has sido fiel. Por eso es que yo no te cambio por nada. No hay nadie como tú. Hello world. Now,
es importante buscar diferentes recursos que hay.
Notice, let me go back here and just show you guys something. All right, so if I go, let's see, let's bring you. All right, so before every like interview with the people that were on the episodes, there was like a question to be answered, right? So it says, ¿qué hacer cuando tiene un trabajo que impide congregarte regularmente, right? What should you do if your job or career profession prevents you from going to church regularly, right?
Es importante buscar diferentes recursos que ayuden a nuestro crecimiento espiritual.
And then you
ya sea a través de libros, programas radiales.
You got obviously the audio is in Spanish because this was meant for a Hispanic audience, but you have English subtitles in the bottom. You can't see them all like because like of the format that I have it in right now. But if I were to like change it or whatever, you could like see all the words or whatever. So it was like a bilingual
de televisión
type of thing.
Que nos ayuden a nosotros a crecer más en el Señor, ya que se nos hace difícil llegar a nuestra iglesia local. En lo que Dios abre la puerta para otro trabajo, vamos a crecer a través de estos recursos.
La palabra de Dios en Hebreos 10:25 nos dice que no dejemos de congregarnos como algunos tienen por costumbre.
Mind you, so the point of the show, which I think we did a pretty good job at, we had to condense, like I think it was like between 3 or 4 questions every episode, and under about 5 minutes, or like I think the goal was like less than 7 minutes, so like 5-minute videos. So for the most part, you'll see like 5-minute videos or 7-minute videos or somewhere in between, right? And yo, like there was so much recording going on and so many bloopers and but it was fun, man. It was fun. And I'll always say this, like there's nothing that anybody can tell me or like no one can tell me any different. Like the most exciting and fun and fulfilling times of my life have always been and will always be when it comes to like serving the Lord, you know, whichever way that is, whether it be like playing the drums, because I used to play the drums at my old church, singing, you know, preaching or teaching or giving a conference or doing drama or making these videos. Like these videos, every time we did them, like I had so much fun and it was exciting and it was fulfilling and it was motivational. It was inspiring. Like it was a good time. It really was. And it's funny because once I came over here, right, back in 2015, I want to say like maybe weeks, maybe like months afterwards or whatever, or maybe around the same time. There was like another channel, I think on YouTube or Facebook, that had started around the same time or like after us. And, like they really, really, really went really far with like their version of doing things because they were able to stay consistent. The only reason why this channel and these videos aren't obviously operating anymore is kind of like almost the sole fact that I came over here. Had that not happened, there would have been more chances of of the channel still being like active nowadays, right? But like it was kind of like funny to see like other people like follow suit and kind of like follow the footsteps that we like left for them, and I don't know, I don't know if they know it or not or whatever, but it's just gratifying to kind of like know for yourself that you were part of like the initial movement of like this type of content. To be completely honest, some people might say, oh, he ripped off Guy Code or whatever from MTV, which partially is true to a certain degree, because yeah, like the concept of like short mini interviews answering like really interesting questions or whatever, and kind of like cutting back in between like different people and all that. Yeah, if that's what you're gonna point out, then for sure, yeah, that kind of came from that concept. However, the questions that we were answering like on these episodes and this type of show obviously adds like more value to your life, like by far. So that being said, let me hit play again.
Nosotros como creyentes tenemos que dar el primer lugar a Dios de todo. Pero con esto yo no te digo que tú dejes tu trabajo.
I quit. I quit. I quit.
Pero que si tu trabajo te impide llegar a la casa del Señor, que tú ores al Señor, que tú confíes en Él, porque Él conoce tu corazón, Él conoce tus necesidades. Solo crees que Él hará.
Eso es fácil, ¿no?
Yeah, I guess.
La Biblia nos enseña
And the editing,
que si
I could have
buscamos
raised
su
up the words
justicia,
a little higher, I guess.
todo nos
I
viene
don't
por
know.
añadidura. Por lo tanto,
We didn't have that
vamos a la
problem
iglesia,
before, but I guess,
busca a
I
Dios
don't know,
primero,
something changed.
y le te va a ver como Dios trabaja a tu favor. Pon a Dios primero antes que tu trabajo. Primero, acuérdate que primero es Dios, segundo Dios, tercero es Dios. Y si sobra, Dios. Si no, renuncia al trabajo o a la iglesia.
We answer like why Bible study services are important.
Juan 14,
I mean,
23.
you really can't go wrong
Es importante nosotros entender
the questions that we ask and answer,
guardar su palabra. Y para guardar su palabra necesitamos entenderla. Por eso es importante la escuela bíblica.
La escuela.
I think the intros to all these episodes, were like, I don't know, some of like my favorite stuff to do. Let me see which one it is. I think it's this one. Hold on, I forgot what the intro for this. Oh yeah, okay.
En serio, ¿tú no fuiste al culto de hoy porque te quedaste viendo el final de una novela? ¿En serio? ¿En serio?
Very dramatic. Love it.
Yo valorizo demasiado lo que tú has hecho por mí. Tú has sido fiel, por eso es que yo no te cambio por nada. No hay nadie como tú.
Really gotta fix this for next time.
Esto es dedicado para muchos que dicen que porque...
Pues nosotros
I mean, look, questions like this, how do Christians have fun? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. Listen, when I tell you that it's worth a watch, it's because it really is worth a watch. Like there's only 4 webisodes out there, but I mean, listen, they're worth the watch and the repeat watch, because it's, like I said, it's funny. It's it's clean fun, and you learn a lot, man. You really do. Anyways, it is 10:30 p.m. on the dot. I cannot believe I'm saying that. But yeah, it's getting late-ish. So that being said, I am gonna call it a night because it already is like past the hour mark. But yeah, I do believe tonight's stream was a success, like for the most part. Having my brother on here and explaining himself and like getting somewhat deep into like the topic that we were talking about earlier was gratifying. It was nice. And yeah, we are gonna try our best to schedule like a set day and time to like have the podcast. And I still got like 3 or 4 more people to like introduce to you guys. And for that second person, I really hope that it happens soon, because he wants to share like so much with you guys. He's an artist himself. Like he's a rapper, he's a singer, he's a writer, he produces his own music, and I can't wait to introduce him to you guys because he's a phenomenal human being. He's he's a deep thinker, like myself. And he has his own personal way of like expressing himself, which I know most people would feel like happy with, or like at the very least entertained. Because to be completely honest with you, like I mean, yeah, I can talk all night or whatever, and I can somewhat like entertain you like with like a few jokes here and there, like a few like short what do you call it, small talk type topics, right? But the person I'm talking about, he could go on and on and on and on with like no pause in between about various topics. You know what I'm saying? Dalian's saying webisode 4. Oh, I think I shared it before, but sure. Yeah, I can do that one too, yeah. For sure. This is one of my favorite intros of one of the episodes. Back when I still had my good hair. Oh, hold up. It's not sharing. Hold up. It wasn't even sharing. Give me 1 second. That's like a big blooper on my end. Oops. My bad. I apologize. Give me 1 second. And here we go.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you, Elephant. I don't always sin, but when I do, I seek forgiveness in Jehovah through Jesus Christ. Stay holy, my friend.
Oh man, telling you, man, like good stuff. Man, this a little bit frustrating to not see it all the way, like.
Cuando uno acepta a Jesús como su exclusivo Salvador, uno recibe alegría, paz y sabiduría. De esa misma manera uno va a ofrendar. Uno va a vencer la tristeza que uno llevó al culto o que lleva ya un tiempo y uno la deposita junto con lo monetario. De esa manera uno recibe alegría. Esa alegría que uno está buscando. Esa alegría que uno se supone que desea.
Yo creo que cuando uno da la ofrenda, uno no debe de pensar, ay, ahora no tengo chavos para cuando salga de aquí comprar un mantecado o lo que sea, sino pensar en que tú estás bendiciendo la obra y que Dios te lo va a multiplicar. So, la actitud sería de gozo, de alegría, porque estás aportando para la obra del Señor. Y pues, obviamente, no sé qué decir.
¿Y qué es una red social?
Oh God.
Las redes sociales son páginas de nuestro familia y conocer gente nueva.
Como una portal.
No, para eso es
Oh man.
¿Y qué es Interflex?
Yeah. Oh Maria. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing
Mira. Yo mejor sigo
doing that character, yo. Look at that. Well, hold up. Let's appreciate. Let's zoom in here just for a second. That's clearly a wig, obviously. This is my grandfather from my mom's side. Wow. I mean, I had I had like really curly hair and all that, but it was never like this exaggerated. So but yeah, let's
Yo sí mantengo mi testimonio limpio, intachable. ¿Ok?
Uno se supone que sea el reflejo de Dios, la sal del mundo. ¿Qué pasa? Que si nosotros nos ponemos a discutir o a causar molestia y estragos en las redes sociales, nosotros no estamos dando ejemplos, no somos ejemplos de nada. Estamos siendo igual que ellos.
Ok. Todo el mundo, ya sean tus familiares o tus amigos, o
I
hermanos de
think
la iglesia,
this is around the time that I
o
started
gente random,
thinning out. And you can tell right
están
here.
mirando qué estás escribiendo en tu muro de Facebook.
Kind of sucks, but
Así
yeah.
que simplemente vela bien qué es lo que vas a escribir, con qué fin, con qué propósito. Mide bien tus palabras, que no vayas a herir a nadie con lo que digas o con las palabras que vayas a usar. Y simplemente pues estar a la guardia y en vigilancia de cómo tú te vas a expresar por medio de esas redes sociales. Eso es todo.
But yeah, I mean, y'all get the idea. Y'all get the idea. I mean, I could be here all night showing you like episode after episode, but what y'all really got to do is go to that God Code channel. All right, you can put God Code Original Official, I guess, and subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. That way, you can like check out all the videos and yeah. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I showed this one. Hold up. I mean, I'm pretty sure I showed this one. Yeah, I did. I did for a small amount of time, but I did. I had a bunch of different hairstyles, actually. I had spiky hair for a while. I had curly hair for a while. I had like that Daddy Yankee haircut for a while. What else? I had the faded, like a low faded cut. Technically, I did shave my head like once. What else? I had like poofy hair for a while. I don't know. I had a really wide variety of different hairstyles. Maybe that's why I don't have any hair anymore. But yeah, man. That is that. So if y'all want to subscribe to the channel, like to the God Code Original Official channel, that'd be great. Oh, okay, yeah. That's the one I actually have here. So let's show them that one. Why not? It's not gonna hurt to show them that one. Here. Let's do, which I'm pretty sure I've showed this before, but it doesn't hurt to show it again, right? Yep.
Hey man, who's that cat coming down the street?
I don't know, but it sounds to me like that's Mr. Man with the bone.
Sure having himself a ball.
Look at this. I'm imitating like 1970s like basketball moves and technique. So if y'all gonna like point and laugh, y'all really pointing and laughing at, you know what I'm saying, like the old school NBA type style of basketball play. That's what's going on there right now. All right. So keep that in mind as you see me pull off some groovy moves. All right. I mean, look at that. Underhand. Boom. Made it. Can't see it, but I made it. So I got all happy for it. Look at that. I'm so excited and happy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the defense. Look at the defense. Come on now. Look. Arch back. All right. Hands out. Boom. Afro almost in the way. Got it. Boom. Rebound. Pass. Shot. Missed it. Grabbed it. Faked it. Kept it going. Boom. Hands up in the air like if I really didn't care. Nice. Got the ball back. Oh, holding the back. Hold it. Oh, behind the front. Oh, look at this. Behind the back pass in the front of his face. Boom. Right to the next player. Boom. Hook shot. Made that. Not really. I missed it, but you know, it looked like I made it, so worked out fine. I'm telling y'all, see, some people don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I love acting, man. I mean, I don't love it, but I enjoy acting, you know, especially when it's like something like this. Boom. And of course, I allowed my brother to show off on this one. So please enjoy and put your hands together for the legend himself, Sticky Fingers McGee.
Come on, I guess I'm just a misfit, huh? Yeah. Am I coming right now? No, am I coming right now?
Pay close attention to the handles here.
Yeah.
They're ready.
Hey, listen, real skinny, loud colored tinnies, body marked up like graffiti. I don't push a Maserati, Beamer, Benz, or Bentley. And yeah, I wrote a foreign, and this I'm looking spiffy. Hey, go ahead and doubt us, that's what you know about us. And we ain't gotta follow, then we take another route. No, we ain't blowing trees, bro. When you see me, I'm in Uptown, baby. What you know about me? Oh, nothing really. Well, let's change that. See, I came back and took a break, but now break that. Formerly known, yeah, I made that. And them cartoons every Saturday. Get your breakfast.
And he actually plays like this in normal games. In case you were wondering,
y'all got jokes like Bart Simpson.
He literally plays like this.
How you acting
Normal, regular, average game.
Fish is a man, so I stay looking. Catch the nets like I'm straight.
Like no one's acting like this. Straight up just natural.
Don't Facebook him. Satan try to make the straight crooked with the porn sites, but I ain't looking.
Really, really great handles from Sticky Fingers
Going to take
McGee.
every ounce of consecration and dedication that you have.
Oh snap!
Now,
Y'all know who that
realize that
is.
some have tried to blur it.
I ain't gotta say his
and
name.
Make you think you can hold of the world with one hand and God with the other, but you can't do it.
Ooh.
And that's our problem in the church today.
Ooh.
You can't do that. God still demands some things of you. That's the reason tonight that there aren't 100,000 people here. It's because, and I weep many times, but I get over television and I tell the saints, leave the liquor alone. Leave the dance halls alone. Leave the Coors alone. Leave the Mogan David alone.
Man, my grandfather would hear me
Leave
saying,
the dirty jokes alone.
"Oh yeah."
Leave the rock music alone.
Oh yeah.
Leave the country western music alone.
Oh yeah. That's what my grandfather would
See, it
say
starts dividing.
when it was like some strong
People
preaching
start
going
saying,
on.
I don't want to listen to that because
Oh yeah means
they
like listen up.
born to lose. You got me? You
You got
listening
me?
to me? It's people start stepping by the wayside. But I can't help that. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a voice. I'm just telling you what I believe God's told me to tell you. If you don't like it, talk to the boss. That's the way I feel about it. But I'm going to preach you the truth. I'm going to preach you that which I believe this word tells us. All right.
Ooh. And then new school preaching. I'm just comparing like
Lazarus was dying at this point in time.
Which, by
when
the way,
Jesus heard that, he said,
this guy's
"This sickness
great.
is not
I mean,
unto death."
I haven't
but
seen
for
him
the
in a long
glory of God,
time,
that the Son
but
of
back
God
in
may be
these days,
glorified through it. Next,
he did a great job
now
with
Jesus
like,
loved Martha and her
structure
sister and
of the
Lazarus. Now,
messages.
what a strange thing, you know?
Really, really
this
biblical
guy's dying, all right? And they told
type
Jesus about it.
messages.
And the Bible says, now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. Watch this. So when he heard that he was sick, he stayed 2 more days in the place where he was. Did you hear that? So, emphasis. So when he heard that, the one that he loved is sick.
Gotta love the
when
accent,
he heard that,
man. I love
he
it.
stayed. The reason he stayed is because he heard that. Now, do you see
It's
that?
almost
so far?
like listening to like
In
Jackie
other words,
Chan preach.
Jesus loved Martha and her sister
Almost.
and Lazarus.
This guy sounds
so when he heard
a lot
that,
more
in other words,
eloquent,
you must know,
you know?
whatever he's
A
delaying
lot
for,
smoother,
he's delaying
but
because he
it's
loved
the equivalent
Martha,
of
Mary, and
if
Lazarus.
if Jackie Chan went
because
to like
he
convert
loved,
and like
he
preach,
delayed.
this is somewhat what he would sound like.
No, you're missing something. Yeah, come on, church. The reason why you have
Yeah,
that
come on,
verse
church.
in verse 5. Now Jesus loved Martha, the sister, and Lazarus. All right, then so when he heard, he delayed. That means the reason he delayed is because he loved them.
Ooh.
But Lazarus
Deep.
died. Do you understand?
Deep.
So, in a way that we cannot fully understand.
So deep that I'm drowning.
Okay, in this story, we know that Jesus went. Lazarus was dead 4 days when Jesus raised him from the dead. Okay, Jesus revealed, I am the resurrection and the life. So there's no death for the believer. Okay, but for death's sake, Jesus delayed.
Yep,
Jesus delayed so that
Yep.
they will have a greater revelation of him than anybody else.
Yeah, some great preaching, man. And the moral of the video, for the most part, times change, styles change. However, the essence will always remain. The essence of the gospel, the essence of the faith, the essence of salvation, and all that good stuff will always remain. Whew. Come on now. Put your hands together. Hmm. Anyways. Yeah, man. Good times. Good times. Yeah, man. Y'all need to check out this channel, man. God Code Original Space Official on YouTube. All right. If y'all want to like check out the videos back to back from start to scratch. And get like a feel for like how the show was and all and how it began and all that good stuff. Jenner? I mean, Gen 3 JR, Gen 3 Junior. I don't know. Well, not much, man. Not much. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate the love and support, as I always appreciate it for every single one of you guys that are in here. I will start calling it a night, though, only because, yeah, it's like 10:47. I do have to go to work tomorrow and all that good stuff that comes with it. But yeah, this was a good time. All right. Very wholesome, unique, exciting, funny, insightful time here. So for everyone who did show up, I do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. May God bless you and your family. And we will be back here. I don't want to like promise anything, but I want to kind of like say sometime like maybe Thursday or like Friday of like next week ish. So Wednesday Bible study. Nah. I mean, that might become a thing at some point, but we would have to like change like the actual date for that. But yeah. You'd have to scroll back and like rewind the stream to kind of like get a feel for like what the podcast or show was about. But yeah, at the very end there, I was just showing like that episode. I mean, it wasn't even really an episode. It was more like an extra type of a clip, just comparing the times and all that stuff. Anyways, love y'all. Stay safe, stay blessed. If y'all can show this stream or the past streams that we've had on this channel, or just kind of like send the channel forward to your friends, your family, your neighbors, your pets, your grandmas, your baby mamas, your mama's mamas. I'll highly appreciate that. Yes, it was. Yes, it was good to have him here. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna have like the other co-host on here, and there's like 2 or 3 more besides him. But it's mainly gonna be like let me see, 1, 2. Yeah, it's gonna be like 4 main co-hosts and myself. So it'll be good, man. Once we get this channel and the actual like podcasts themselves like going with like the full amount of like people that I want to be on here, like the panel, it'll be great, man. It'll be great, good stuff. Because like I said, we're gonna be talking about music. We're gonna be talking about the faith. We're gonna be talking about the gospel. We're gonna be talking about conspiracy theories and all that good stuff. And so, yeah, it's going to be a good time, man. We just got to slowly build up to it. But that's what's going to be happening on this channel. So if you're into that, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to hit the notifications bell and put it to all. And please, for the love of God, do not forget to share this channel with anyone who you think would enjoy it. All right. And even if you don't think they might enjoy it, share with them anyways. That way they can decide for themselves. And yeah, that being said, don't mean to sound redundant. I love you guys. Stay blessed and safe. Good night. Until next time, love y'all and peace out. This is your boy JDQ with Vision Eye View.